Hi everyone, this is Garrison for Iron Kingdoms at War, and I'm bringing you another figure feature. This time some various minions that I've painted lately. And of course here we have Professor Victor Pendrake. We have Rorsh Brine, a lesser warlock and his heavy war beast. Pharaohs, by the way. And then we have Gudrun the Wanderer, who's an Ogren solo that will also work in Rulic armies and lots of armies actually. So these are some of my first minions. You might have seen I did some Pharaohs on the channel before. Really love these models. Let's start with Victor Pendrake. Pendrake's a really neat guy. I love the fluff on him, the idea that he was an ex-soldier, then a professor, and now he's putting his skills of beast knowledge into work in the field as a soldier again, as basically a minion, all right, out working for various armies. And this is a great miniature. He was a lot of fun to paint. Of course, this nice touch of the beast head on the ground is really cool. I love that they included that. These minions are just so full of character. He's also got like the books and these pockets on his coat, which are neat. He was a lot of fun to paint, and he basically has a lot of relics and things that give him a lot of character as well. He's got this Orgoth sword, probably hard to see, oh, too close, hard to see from the video, but I tried to give it a little bit of a green glaze because it is an ancient Orgoth weapon and I wanted it to look archaic. And around the back, that reminded me of a Nis bow, so I went with like the light wood color that I used on my Nis hunters, which I haven't shown you yet, which I'll have to put up on the channel. So that's why I chose that color for his bow. And yeah, the coat was kind of a dark blue, a little darker than Signar blue. That was my plan. And for the base, I did kind of a cracked desert theme, a little tuft here of static grass. But this is about the easiest way you could do a base. I actually just carved in the cracked desert to the plain untextured base. Right, so basically that's how that came about. That's really the easiest way ever to make a base, and I thought the effect worked out pretty good with a brown wash over the tan earth. Right, so that's Victor Pendrake. Then we got Gudrun the Wanderer, and he was a lot of fun to do too. And Gudrun has a great lore too. The idea that, you know, Ogren basically choose to serve a dwarf master as kind of a thankful gesture of their Ogren society living within the Rulic civilization, if you will. So he chose to serve the wrong master, a guy that was basically a real butcher, kind of a bad dude, and became a drunk afterwards for all the bloodshed that he had to do on behalf of this bad guy that he committed himself to. And he's kind of exiled from Rulic community. In fact, I love that he's branded supposedly for his bad deeds and on his head, and that's why I believe they have this like hood going deep over his forehead. The idea that he's, you know, ashamed of that. The base was a lot of fun for this. Did a little custom work on this base. I wanted like a colorful ruined tile. So that's actually made out of modeling clay, the tile part, and the grass, the moss growth is actually made out of baking soda, white glue, which is usually how I do snow, but I painted it green just to kind of get a mossy, shallow, you know, undergrowth look, and I think it came out pretty good, so I'm kind of happy about that. So that's Gudrun, right? And there's some of his booze, which he always has too much of, according to the faction book. And then we got Rorsh Brine. You know, I love the Pharaoh model line. I think they're awesome. I've got to get myself a Pharaoh army together at some point. Dr. Arcadius, I'm thinking. Lord Carver's cool too, though. So first of all, we have Rorsh, who's a lesser warlock, and he's basically the more or less the owner, the runner of this guy, Brine, the heavy war beast. And I love all the bits and bobs on his that he has in front of me. As a bandolier of ammo pouches and I guess money sacks and various totems. He even has like a rabbit's foot here. I don't know if you can see that. All right, so that was fun to paint. Rabbit's foot. He's got the cigar, which I tried to look like ashy and glowing, and yeah, he's a lot of fun. So he was a blast to do. And I always like painting leather because I love doing brown washes over a leather color and just letting it seep into the cracks and just give it that natural highlight. It's such an easy but effective technique of a brown wash over a brown leather to get, like, you know, a worn leather look, and it's awesome. There's his extra dynamites in his pouch, and he's got a dynamite ready to go in his hand with a little blazing fuse there. And Brine, you know, this guy's got a lot of skin to him, so that's always challenging to get that to look right. And I know I could have done better. This is not the best job ever, but you know, he looks pretty good. These are these like stone, I don't know, decorations hanging off his belt in the back, like the way those came out. And yeah, that's basically it. So that's Rorsh and Brine, and kind of gave them an arid desert base, both of them, with more tufts of grass. And yeah, they were both a lot of fun, and I look forward to fielding these guys in various War Machine and Minions, or sorry, War Machines and Hordes armies. So here's my first batch of Minions, not including my Feral Brigands that I did. All solos, and including the Lesser Warlock and his War Beast. And this is Garrison for Iron Kings of War, signing off. Happy Wargame, everybody.